Hi, this is Rainbow Harmony, here to help you find balance and peace to live a more colorful life. And this is a talk and a reading on jealousy. I'm really excited to do this talk for you guys because in the past few years, I've had so many realizations about this topic that have really changed my life and actually helped me manifest things into my life that I want. I want to show you guys how you can actually use jealousy in order to figure out what you want in life. So this is actually an emotion that's really interesting. It can actually be very positive in a way if you use it correctly. So we're going to talk about that. I also just wanted to make an announcement real quick that my sale is over. You'll see my prices back to normal, but my basic video reading is still up for $44. And I'm going to keep that price down for you guys. For those of you who really want a reading from me, it's only around 15 or 20 minutes, but you get your questions answered. It's better for people who just have one topic or maybe two questions. If you want to know all the things, you might want to book a different reading or a Skype session. But yeah, that reading is still available. And also on my website, Readings with John and Skypes with John are only $33. And he gives you he does in-depth Skypes and in-depth video readings for that price. John is really good at dream interpretation. He interprets my dreams every day. And if you have especially like questions about guys and like dudes and like relationships, he nails those readings. So definitely check that out if you're still interested in receiving some kind of sale. My sale's gone, but John still has his going on. Also, I did have quite a few people purchase my sale. Today, a lot of you guys who purchased the Skype and haven't received an email back, everybody should be scheduled by the end of today. So make sure you check your email if you're trying to schedule a Skype with me because we'll be talking about scheduling times today. And people who are waiting on their video readings, just be patient with me. It might take like a week or two to get everybody their readings back because I try to do as many as I can in one day, but just be aware there are other people in line ahead of you. But yeah, I'm getting through it. I'm fulfilling orders. I've been having a great time. It's so awesome being surrounded by so much nature. I can just go out into the forest and chill myself out and be available to do these readings for you guys. Especially now that we're on the other side of all that crazy Scorpio moon. If you guys have been feeling depressed and down, confused, lost, and uncertain, that's just the vibe that's been going around. I've experienced it too. I'm not immune to these energies. I had to spend some time clearing myself, but I'm here for you guys, and I'm trying to keep the talks and the pick a card readings going, even though I've got a lot of work. So I have been posting a lot every day, but it's just been a lot of private readings. So with that said, let me know if you have any more ideas for pick a card readings for me. I really want to make sure that those of you guys who don't feel like purchasing a reading or just aren't able to can still get their questions answered through the pick a card readings. So thanks you guys once again for all your support, and I'm just so thankful and so grateful for this beautiful community that's here, and this is only the beginning. I'm going to get started on this talk, but I did just want to let you guys know that all the money that you guys are giving to me is helping me with my life, helping me eat healthy, helping me stay solid, and helping me along my journey so that I can continue this channel and grow it and make it bigger. And I've moved away from California because it was just so expensive there, and actually it's so much more affordable for me to be traveling. And it's crazy, like you can find Airbnbs for like a couple $100s. And so anyone out there who's worried about traveling, how expensive it's gonna be, just know like the world's changing. It's not as impossible as you would think, and sometimes it's even more affordable to travel than to actually like live somewhere, sign a contract, and do all that. So just wanted to thank you guys for all your support and look forward to this channel going to the next level. My ultimate dream is to become so ridiculously wealthy through these services and ultimately through my website and the products I offer. Obviously, I'm going to be offering card decks in the future, that I can start an organization. And my ultimate dream is to be able to help women out of abusive relationships. There's so many women around the world that are stuck in these horrible abusive relationships, and they're not financially able to get away from them and their children away from the abusers. And so I'm going to get wealthy as F. I already am. I feel super wealthy. I know it's just a matter of time. I'm being patient with it, but I'm going to get super wealthy. You guys are all contributing, and we're going to blow this rainbow harmony thing up and actually do something in this world to help these women and these children get out of these abusive situations. So thank you guys so much. Everything you're donating is going to the cause and going to the channel. And stay tuned. I'm hoping maybe this summer I can do my first Kickstarter and be able to actually help someone out, one person at a time. So thank you guys. Jealousy. This is so interesting. So jealousy is obviously something that's really intense. It's a lot of us honestly are feeling really jealous of these people that we see on social media. For me, my jealousy triggers used to be on Instagram, scrolling through and being like, this bitch, all right, this bitch, this guy over here, this asshole, like, look at him, like, just how does he have all these cars and all this money and all this stuff? And you look at these pictures and you think, wow, like, how does someone have this life? Maybe you guys are even jealous of me, Sorry if that's the case. But behind everybody's life is a story. Everybody in this life experiences contrast. No matter what people's pictures and what people's lives look like on the outside, like, there's always like a darker truth, And something I tell people a lot is don't get jealous, get inspired. Train yourself, instead of being jealous, like, to recognize those feelings and to get inspired. Because what jealousy basically is it's an unfulfilled aspect of yourself. When you look at these people you're jealous of, you're looking at them and realizing that there's something inside yourself that's unfulfilled that you see in this person. Whether it's their looks or their money or their lifestyle or their, whatever, their boyfriend or their girlfriend or their partner or, their family, or it could be anything, honestly. Someone's got cuter clothes than you and you're just like, wow. Someone has a different body type than you and you're just like, wow, I wish I could be that. The grass is always greener. It's funny, when it comes to weight loss, I've lost tons of weight and been super skinny. I've gained a bunch of weight and like been plus size. And like, I realized the grass is always greener. It's so weird. When I was like super skinny, I was like I wish my ass was bigger, Then I would gain weight and I'm like, I wish my waist was smaller. And I'm just realizing, wait, what the heck? Like, you're just never happy. And so, what you got to realize is that part of jealousy and like getting over that is just accepting yourself for who you are, not striving to be something you're not. But at the same time, you can take a hint from people that you're jealous of and realize, like, what is it about this person that's triggering you? What is it that like you want? And for me, the people I felt the most jealous of were people online who looked really happy and who were like traveling and just seemed like they had this carefree life. And so I realized, wow, this is an unfulfilled aspect of me. Like, I want to be more happy. I want to take pictures like this. Like, I want to travel. Like, I want to I want to live a more carefree lifestyle. And so I started taking notes, on specific things I was jealous of. And, I started studying this, and this card actually really, really helped me. Kind of like this book, you guys, is so deep. The Wildwood deck is for deep divers. If you're ready to be hit upside the head with some truth, get this deck. It's intense. Like, I'm going to read you guys this, all right? Are you ready to hear about jealousy according to the Wildwood Tarot? So what we see in this card, and I'm going to read this from the book, so this is from the people who wrote it. So basically what we're seeing here is like a heart-shaped form. It's hanging in the center of the picture, and it's pierced by 3 arrows, and drops of blood are falling from it like watering the earth. So this means a tension of emotions. It stands for the tension of emotions, creating fear, jealousy, or envy between people. Competing passions or feelings of resentment that are ultimately destructive. Resentment or negative attitude towards family, friends, or business associates, born of emotional insecurity or social prejudice. So feel free to read along with me, take a screenshot and study it. But this says, the origins of jealousy can be infinitely varied, uniquely subjective, and deeply rooted in socio-economic or psychological soil. But whether born of a broken heart, a broken dream, or a broken economic system, beware of surrendering humility and forgiveness to feelings of envy or jealousy. The most commonly associated emotional drive linked to jealousy is loss. However, perceived by the individual, it behoves both the victim of jealousy and the subject suffering feelings of envy to look deeply into the nature of their own motives and responsibilities. For the jealous or possessive, there is also sometimes a feeling of entitlement attached to the issue. This can be attributed to concepts of social or familial expectations, born of ill-conceived peer guidance, or the failure to enforce social responsibilities and parameters. As we mature, we discover that there will always be some who seem to have more, or are gifted with copious good fortune. The healing balm for envy is humility, acceptance, and forgiveness, even in the face of bitter rivalry and anger, just as the constant refocusing of your energy into a positive and creative momentum in your own life is the best healer for the effects of jealousy. So that hit me. There was this time in my life, I talk about it a lot, where I was like really depressed. I was lost. Like I had quit my job because like I was going through dark night of the soul and it just got super intense. The spiritual awakening stuff. Just trying to figure out what the hell am I going to do with my life. And this is when I found myself getting jealous the most. And reading this helped me. I got connected with this deck and it was saying, refocus your energy into a positive and creative momentum in your own life. And that will help heal this energy. And so I realized, don't get jealous, get inspired. That's kind of what this whole concept helped me realize. And so I would go on these people's accounts and like be like, okay, so like what is it about this person that I'm jealous of? Their travel, they're pretty, they have a lot of friends, they got a business and they got something going for them. They're doing shit every day. They're getting out of bed. They're going places, and who knows, like maybe that can be lies. You never know. The person could just be laying there in bed crying all day and like most of the time. And then like their Instagram is really just like the 3 times they left the house that month, which is usually the case for me, you guys. And so I start realizing, okay, so like I realized through my jealousy what I wanted. Like I didn't know I wanted to travel until I started realizing how jealous I was of people who were traveling. And so I was just like, okay, so I asked myself the question, like, perceived loss. They're saying a big cause for jealousy here is loss, So I felt like I'd lost out on opportunities to travel, and then I started understanding manifestation. I started understanding like, you can create your life. You don't have to be trapped. Like I was the one creating my reality. I was the one making the choices. And so I was like, okay, well, I'm going to start manifesting travel. I'm going to start working on that. I'm going to start creating a life that's more in alignment with these things that I want, Accepting that you're never going to be that other person also helped, realizing that like we're all one together and we're all part of this infinite consciousness helped me too. Because it helped me realize like, wow, when that person over there wins, when that person gets all that awesome, amazing blessings in their life, an aspect of me is also blessed. Like it's proof to me that like if they can have that blessing, so can I. Like it's not, there's no such thing as like, oh, the spirit favors them more. It's like we're all favored equally and like we all have the chance to like bust out of like this social conditioning and all this lack mentality and all this poor me and all this jealousy to be actually able to, move forward creatively and create what you want. And I started to admire these people, realizing, wow, you never know their story. It doesn't matter. I also used to really hate on people that were like trust fund kids because, I didn't grow up super wealthy. And so I was always just like, oh, F those wealthy people and those trust fund kids. They just spoiled. They just got everything. But then I started meeting people like that. And I started realizing like even you can have all the money in the world, but then sometimes your relationship with your family sucks. Maybe some of them had dealt with the same stuff I did. Some of these people suffer from boredom and like lack of motivation or they're lost in their life. Even the ones that have everything all perfect, like everyone's still got their drama and their crap. And so I started realizing like it doesn't matter where you come from, who you are, what the situation is, like you can still like have crap going down. And that kind of made me feel better, realizing, what unites all of us is this pain. But then it started making me realize, like, there's certain blessings I have. Maybe those people got blessed with money, but like I have other blessings too. Like I have gifts, I have talents, like I have ways I can create my own good fortune in my life. And I started realizing like I don't have to let where I came from and like how quote unquote poor I was like define me. Like that was just a construct in my mind. Like I created this division. Like that's those rich people over there and this is me, like the poor people over here. And then I started realizing, like, all of us are rich in spirit. Like, all of us have blessings. All of us have ways to create abundance. All of us have the ability to receive. There's limitless abundance. This is a limitless universe. So I started kind of like opening my mind in that way. We've talked a lot about affirmations. Jason Stevenson has some awesome affirmations here on YouTube. There's some about like wealth, health. There's one that's called Health, Wealth, and Happiness. I started listening to that shit like every day while I was painting and walking around and just like saying the affirmations out loud. And it did help, It was at the time that I was starting to kind of open my mind and like focus on this, going on Instagram and then being like, all right, like I'm going to unfollow anybody who's like too triggering for me. I'm going to send them love and light, but like I'm not going to let that come across my feed anymore because I don't want to feel those feelings of hatred towards that person. Like they don't deserve that energy going their way, And some of them I kept on my account because I was like, I want to genuinely be inspired by this person, And I just kept going. Affirmations, trying to accept myself, trying to realize I am not my circumstances. How can I use this information to move forward? How can I use the jealousy to inspire me and to motivate me and to uplift me into realizing what I want? So I started realizing jealousy was a key because of jealousy, I was able to realize like, I want to work on myself, I started working out. I mean, I've always worked out. I love working out, but I started like trying different kinds of workouts, Pilates, HIIT cardio. I didn't go crazy. I just started realizing like maybe I should like, if I really, really, really want to look better or something, or like maybe I should do something about it instead of just complaining and eating junk food all the time. If I want to feel better, maybe I should eat some more fruits and vegetables and drink more water. Stay away from the processed food, If I want to travel, maybe I should save money. Maybe I should create other sources of income. Maybe I should figure out like, how am I going to support that? How am I going to do that? What is that going to look like? I started making mood boards. We've been talking about that a lot on the channel lately, creating mood boards. And so funny enough, this is what I attribute to like me figuring out what I wanted in my life. So for a lot of you guys out there who are confused, who don't know what you want, like, what makes you the most jealous? Like, who are you the most jealous of? And figure out what they got and what it is that you want. And this isn't about like coveting what someone else has, really. It's just about kind of using that jealousy to kind of dig deeper and figure out what it is that like your soul is longing for. And you don't really have to feel like you've lost that or you're in separation with that to realize that like seeing these people living that life is proof that you can have it too in your own way. You're never going to have their life and what they have exactly, but you can have it in your own way and in your own time. And it's about creating your own unique life with your own unique gifts. And so something that helped me was to be creative. This card is talking about the way to heal this is to like start putting your turning your energy around from being drained by stuff like this and being a hater into sending love and light to those people, into clapping for them, congratulating them, getting excited for them, and like seeing it as like a sign from the universe that like you can have your own amazing special life too, and you don't have to stay where you are. You don't have to suffer. You never know what those people went through. They probably went through so much to get where they are. They, probably faced all sorts of fears to do what it is they're doing and to put themselves out there and to live that life. And they probably face so much criticism and so many trolls and so many haters every day, all day long, but they just keep going and doing their thing. And that's admirable, So they're telling you to like put your energy into a more positive way and put it into creative momentum in your own life. And that will help heal you. So for me, I started painting, and I started dreaming about the things I wanted in my life. And I didn't even know how to paint. I just started picking colors I liked and flicking paint on the paper. Eventually I cut these up and I make this cool card deck for you guys. I just start trying new things. I just do something. And that's something I've been telling you guys a lot lately is the universe doesn't care like what you really do. It's just that like you make the effort and you create some sort of momentum. So it's about following your inner guidance. My inner guidance told me it's time to brainwash your subconscious into believing in this stuff, into trusting in yourself, into loving yourself. So my subconscious and my heart and my inner guidance led me to affirmations. You know, my inner guidance led me to go out into nature more so that I could unplug and not spend so much time inundated with all those images that were pissing me off. Spending time in my body, breathing in nature, around abundance, getting connected with the infinite power of the universe and the infinite power of myself, you know? I started getting this guidance to make mood boards and to paint and to create and to go out there and do my fashion work and to continue to connect with people, to continue to take risks, put myself out there, to build my brand and my business. Maybe you're going to be called to save money or to get a new job or to create your own brand or your own business or to talk to a certain person or to try meditation or like try implementing some type of new knowledge. It's just about getting connected with that inner voice and that intuition. And a lot of times you got to find that in solitude and in silence, meditation, nature, unplugging a little bit. So if you're feeling jealous, I encourage you guys to feel inspired instead, to start training yourself when you start feeling those like, oh man, F this person feeling coming up. Oh, it's so unfair. Like, gosh, like when you feel like talking crap on someone, putting them down, it's just because you're jealous in some way, And so like look at that person and just be like, wow, her ass is amazing. It claps. I mean, look at this ass out there. I wish my ass was that big, but I got a pretty good butt too, and if I really want a butt like that, I could do some squats. And maybe I'll never have a butt like that, but I'll have a butt like me, And if you're, oh man, this girl is such a slut, like look at her doing, you know what? It's just because you're jealous, Go put on your bikini and get on that beach and take selfies and show other women what it looks like, to honor yourself and to love yourself and like, like I'm just joking with you guys, but like it really comes down to like the lack of self-love and the lack of self-approval. And when you hate on someone and when you're jealous, we all do it. I still do it sometimes, not meaning to, look at, ask yourself, where is this coming from? What is it that I want? What is it that I feel like I've lost or that I don't have? And then tell yourself the truth. Like, I am enough. I am worthy. I do have infinite abundance. I am not my circumstances. I can create a new reality for myself. And then pray about it or think about it or meditate about it or write about it and ask yourself, how can I move forward to creating a lifestyle that's more in alignment with me and with my truth and what I want? What is this person in this situation telling me about, what it is that I'm really seeking? So this can actually open a door for you for self-discovery. And, don't be hard on yourself for being jealous. It's like programmed into our society. But yeah, get rid of the gossip, get rid of the jealousy. It takes time, it's a process, but train yourself to love people. Train yourself to encourage and just be inspired by people. Don't hate on other women, especially. Like, we as women, we've all been trained to kind of hate each other and to gossip and to be mean to each other. But, we've all been through all this crazy stuff being women. And so, look at that. You don't know what happened to that woman. Most of us have been abused and been through crap. So like look at that woman and see her shining and clap for her and celebrate her and be thankful that that beautiful angel is coming across your feed and is, inspiring you to be the best you can be. And so no more hate, you guys. No more hate. Just love all the way, and use jealousy as an inspiration. I'm sending you guys so much love and light. Peace out.